Hey guys, it's Michelle from Weekend Craft here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make print then cut stickers using Cricut Design Space. I'm also going to be using the Cricut Joy Xtra, and I will link all of the materials down below in the description. So let's jump right into this. When it comes to sticker paper, Nito labels is always my favorite. I like to use a printable vinyl label, and I order these off of Amazon. I will put the link for you down in the description. Today we're going to be using this super glossy vinyl labels, but it is also worth to mention that Cricut has just come out with some new sticker paper. And there's a bunch of different kinds. So we have the printable waterproof sticker set. So this will have a sticker paper, which is very similar to the printable vinyl. And then it has a laminate sheet that goes on top of this. This is more for your water bottles. I will say for the price point of this, you only get 6 sticker sheets in the package, where you could also use something like Nito labels and put a laminate sheet on top. And these come 10 to a package. There is printable clear sticker paper. This is great for labeling like glass jars. And then we have the printable vinyl from Cricut. This is actually the gold one. It comes in white, gold, I think there's a silver. There's a few options on this. And then here is your printable sticker paper. Now this is not water resistant, but you'll see that 8 come in this package. You get a 10 pack of printable vinyl. Your clear sticker paper, you get a 5 pack. So these are some other options. I also like to use online labels. They have a great selection of sticker paper. I will say they're a little more expensive, but they're a great option as well. But Nito labels, always my #1, and it is a family-owned company that's in Connecticut, so I love that as well. The shipping time on them is usually great too. For the machine, again, we're going to be using the Cricut Joy Xtra, and I am using a light grip mat. So if you're using any Cricut machine, I suggest using a light grip mat because the standard grip is just a little too sticky of a mat. I am also using a brayer. This will help once I add the sticker paper to the mat to get out any air bubbles and to also make sure it's fully adhered to the mat. #1 question I always get is, which printer do I use? This is the Canon TS9521C. This is my favorite printer. I've had it now probably over 2.5 years, and this is a printer for crafters. So saying that, it prints 12 by 12 borderless. So if you are a paper crafter, a scrapbooker, this is a great printer, but also if you make stickers, this is a great option as well. I will say this printer does usually sell out. It took me about 6 months 2 years ago to find it in stock, and I got it directly from Canon. So if it's something you're looking into, just keep that in mind. It may take you a little bit to get your hands on it. If you are looking for a printer, you want to make sure that you find one that has a rear feeding tray. Now that's important because think about sending something through a bottom tray. It will have to do a complete turn to come out. And because of the adhesive that is on the backer of a sticker or printable vinyl, you want it to just come right through the printer through a rear feeding tray. So if you guys have never calibrated your Cricut machine, no matter which machine that you have, you should calibrate it before doing a print then cut project. Now, if you have made your stickers and your stickers are cutting kind of offset, you need to do a calibration for your Cricut. It only takes a few minutes, and it is so worth it once you do it. I have a video that explains the whole process, and I will make sure that that's linked for you. The first thing we're going to do is open up Cricut Design Space. So we're going to go to the top right and select New Project. And I'm going to show you some basic ways to create stickers in Design Space. So you don't need anything fancy like Adobe Illustrator or Procreate. We're going to do it right here in the software. So I am going to make a coffee sticker because, let's face it, I run on coffee. So let's do something simple here. I am writing coffee and I'm going up to the fonts. I'm going to scroll down till I see a font that is kind of speaking to me. Maybe something that looks a little more handwritten, like this one here. Now it has an A on it because it's part of Cricut Access, which I do pay for. Okay. And now I'm going to copy and paste this 3 times. You can do this with any kind of wording that you think would make a great sticker, like affirmations, motivational, some snarky, funny ones. Okay, so now that we have the 3 of these together, I'm going to click Attach, so that will not only group them together, but it will put them on the same mat. And if you just wanted this as words, this is where I would jump in and do the offset tool. But I'm also going to look for an image that works with this. So we're going to go over here on the left-hand side, go to Images. And you can look in Design Space for images. You can look on Etsy, Design Bundles, Creative Fabrica. But because I am part of Cricut Access, I'm going to use Design Space. And I'm going to type in ice copy. So I'm just going to scroll till I see something that speaks to me, and you can select multiple things. So you can see here that this is 99 cents, or if you're part of Access, it's included. I'm just going to see if there's anything else. This one is also nice. And if it was fall, this one is perfect. Okay, so let's add those 3 to our canvas. You can see the 3 of them are selected on the bottom here. Let's see. I think I am feeling this one here because I like the color of the straw. So I'm going to delete these ones. And then I am just kind of making my design. So I like the look of that. So we are going to select all of these. And we are going to do an offset. So basically what an offset is it creates the outline outside of your image. So you can make it larger. This does take a second to generate. You see here, we did that and now there's no holes where they were. But I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to show you guys how we can get rid of some of those extra cuts. Okay, so this looks great. Okay, now let's say I want to remove some of these extra cuts that are in here. I'm going to click on my offset. I'm going to go to contour. And I'm going to select those extra cuts, and that will hide the contour. And you can see that they filled in. Okay. I did miss one, so I'm going to go back and remove that. And now, what would happen if I made an offset with this as well? So I'm going to go in, we're going to do another offset, give it kind of a layered look. Select apply. Now, I'm going to make this white. And then I'm going to go in and remove those 2 extra cuts. And what I'm going to do is select my iced coffee image, the lettering, and then that pink coral offset. And I'm going to actually I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to flatten it. So now this turns it into a print then cut. So this image will be flattened, so it will no longer cut each element. It will flatten it and then just cut the outside edge. So you can see here, this is 6 inches by like 4 3/4. So we don't need it that big. I'm gonna bring this down to about 4 inches. It's still even a big sticker. So let's do like 3.5. Okay, so we are ready to cut this sticker, but let's make a bunch of stickers because we don't want to just cut one, we'll cut a whole sticker sheet. So if we go back into our images, there are some fun designs I saw in here, like Iced Coffee Club, Iced Coffee Addict. Let's do this Iced Coffee Queen. I like the retro look of this. So I'm sizing this about the same size. I'm just switching the color here. So what if this was a dark brown? We can go ahead and do our offset. And what if we do 2 offsets again here? Now, I like the look of that as well. So that's just a really easy way to take a wording or design that you find in Cricut and kind of make it your own and turn it into a sticker. Now that we have this Iced Coffee Queen file, we are going to select it and we are going to flatten it. Okay, now we are going to find some more designs in Design Space to add to our sticker sheet. So I'll go ahead and add these, and then we'll kind of skip forward and I'll show you how to use Print Then Cut on Cricut Design Space to create gorgeous stickers. Now, once you create stickers, these are very easy to create sticker sheets or individual stickers that you could potentially sell. Okay, so now we have all of our designs on our sheet here or on our canvas. And these 3 designs here actually come from my library of my SVG membership. I'll tell you guys more about that at the end of the video. So now I am going to select these all, and I'm going to click Attach. When I do that, I am seeing that I have a red exclamation point here. Now it's important that you have your machine set on your canvas. So I'm going to be using the Cricut Joy Xtra, and then we're going to click on this exclamation point, and it's telling us that our image is too large and it has to fit in a certain shape. So you can change your page size. I'm keeping it at 8.5 by 11, and I am going to be cutting it on a mat. So we'll click Done for that. And then I'm going to click Auto Resize Image. So if you see, it made my image slightly smaller, but it's all going to fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of printable vinyl. So now we're ready to make it, and we're going to click Make It on the top right here. And it's showing us how it's going to print. Now, it's on 8.5 by 11. You can see that it's matte. We don't need to mirror it, so we're going to click Continue. And from here, we are going to send it to printer. Now, I always like to use the system dialog. And then if you have multiple printers, here is where you can select your printer. So I have my Canon printer selected, and I'm going to select Print. Now, if you selected that Use System dialog, which you should, it will come up behind Design Space. Now that's important to note because otherwise this Prepare for Print will just keep spinning. So under Media and Quality, I'm going to feed it from the rear tray. I'm going to say it's photo paper, and I'm going to do the best quality print. Now I'm going to go ahead and load my printable vinyl into my printer, and from there we're going to press print. I'm going to load our paper into the rear tray here. And then we're going to send it to print. Now that we have our vinyl printed, we're going to add it to our light grip mat. You're just going to line up the corners here. You want to get them as straight as possible. And then you can use your brayer tool to make sure that it is adhered to the mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed this into our Cricut, and it is going to read our registration lines, and then it will know where to cut. So now we are going to cut our stickers. So I am going to cut them so they cut all the way through. So they'll each be individual stickers, opposed to a kiss cut that would be a sticker sheet. If you're looking for a kiss cut, you are going to search in your Browse All Materials for printable vinyl and cut it with that setting. Now, with these stickers, in the past I've used intricate cardstock, and that setting will cut all the way through, and that's on the Explorer 3 and the Maker 3, so it will probably also work on the Explorer 2 and the original Maker. But that setting is not available on the Joy Xtra, so we are going to use the medium cardstock setting. And for pressure, I'm just going to put more, and we are ready to cut it out. So we will load in our mat. And now on the computer, we are going to tell it that we are ready to cut. So the stickers are done cutting. We've removed it from our printer, or our Cricut. We're going to peel these off from behind. And we do that to eliminate some of the curling. And there you go. Now, I like to cut them this way, so that way you can, if you're selling these in a shop or craft fairs on Etsy, or if you want to give them to people, it's much easier than a sticker sheet. And plus, you might want to use them all at different times. How easy was it to create these stickers? Now, print them, cut, and sticker making sounds way more intimidating than it actually is. So I hope you guys followed along and did your first print and cut sticker project, or that you guys are going to do it after watching this video. Now, these come out so great and so professional that you can totally sell these with your own designs.